do you create an experience? How do you know if you're enjoying yourself now or not? Because you're experiencing it through your senses, aren't you? The food tasted nice. It's warm, probably too warm. Yeah? The seats are comfortable or not. And you feel good in the clothes that you're wearing or not. So you get a sense of it through your 5 senses. Touch, taste, sight, sound and smell. And that's how you experience your life. This is the information that you're receiving all the time. And as we go through this training, I'm going to be talking to you about having extra senses. What they call in films and spooky things, ESP, but it's not spooky. We've all got the ability to be involved with what's called telekinesis, psychometrics, psychic connections. I'll demonstrate some stuff in future workshops where you can be very, very powerful. But for today, I just want you to be 5 sensory. I want you to access touch, taste, sight, sound and smell. If you were at the cinema now, you'd probably be watching me in 3D glasses. Scary thought. But the fact of the matter is that we live in a multi-sensory environment. But a lot of us aren't even open to the environment. We're driving the car and we're just thinking where we're going. Or we're worrying about where we've been. And we're stressed about future events and we're worried about the past. We're not even in the now. And we're not enjoying the scenery, the weather, the sun, the sea, the hills, the music, the car. We're just missing everything, missing the joy. If you open up to enjoy everything on a multi-sensory level, your experience changes, and today can last forever, like it did when you were a child, and you enjoyed it from one moment to the next, the next, the next. But so many people are just looking forward to the holiday, or they're just looking forward to the weekend. 52 weekends a year, what about the other 365 days? And a holiday is maybe a month or 2 weeks or whatever. And you're just looking forward to that, but what about today? What about the journey to get to the holiday? So this is what we want to give you an experience of, that you can enjoy every moment, every day, on 5 levels: touch, taste, sight, sound and smell. So as I'm experiencing this now, what's actually happening is, I'm having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and if you were asked when you came up here or you went to the bar, what would you like to drink? How do you know how to answer? How do you know what you want? Because you're going to come up on repeat with your best popular answer, aren't you? Pint of lager. Yeah, white wine, Julie. Red wine. Yeah. You know, oh, I want a cup of coffee, because that's what you always say. What, coffee, latte? So you've got a coffee file, and the sub-file to that is that you want latte. And then do you want sugar? Yes. So that's another part of the sub-file, isn't it? And what I'm going to suggest to you is that coming back to this idea of this, of you as being a computer, in there, your hard drive, you've got all the experiences of your life stored in files that you access or not. And on your desktop, which is your screen, you've got icons. And those icons represent experiences. So this we'll call your self-concept. It's your concept of yourself. It's the personality that you've allowed to become. It's not you, but it's what you're running at the moment. Because if you're running I'm divorced and you get married, you're not running that anymore, are you? You're running I'm married now. And if you start to go to the gym, you're not running I'm fat and unhealthy. You start to run I'm becoming healthy. So you start to run something else. And if you're at work and you feel scruffy, then you're running that. But the minute you change your clothes, you become something else, don't you? So you can access these different files. And you've actually got files on here which are very interesting. You've got a file about what sort of a mum you are, or what sort of a dad you are, and what sort of son you are, and what you like at golf, and what you like at karaoke, and what sort of a cook you are, and what you like with money, and what you like in bed, and what you like at DIY, and what sort of a driver you are, and what sort of a gardener you are. But these are all based on experiences that you've had. So I've got people who come to me who say they can't public speak, and they're going to make a speech as a best man, or they've got to make a speech as a father of the bride, or they've got to make a public announcement, and they can't do it. Because maybe when they were 7 and they were asked a question at school and they put the hand up and everybody laughed, they learned, don't put your hand up. When I stand out, people laugh at me. Now that's a programme that might have been relevant when you're 7, it actually wasn't, it was just a decision that was made. But you can change that decision by getting into this 97%. And that's what my work is, changing people's files, deleting stuff that they don't want and giving them stuff that they do want. And you don't actually have to experience something to download it as a file. Mental rehearsal works really well in the alpha state, and I'll discuss alpha in a minute. I work with golfers, musicians, business people for presentations, all sorts of people. And we can vicariously, that means we can imagine, using imaging, pretend, if you like, go through an experience and imprint that into your nervous system and create a muscle memory. And that muscle memory and that nervous system then gets stored as a file, and they give them an anchor, and when they're into the actual job, when they're walking into the interview, they feel confident, because they've imagined that they're confident, and they feel confident, and they take that confidence in, and they present themselves with confidence. Using mental rehearsal, mental and emotional programming, which is extremely effective. It's called ergonomic conditioning, which is what you're going to get really good at.